A couple of years ago, my sister asked me a question. It happened in the middle of an ordinary pause. She asked, "What kind of ancestor do you want to be?" Not what kind of ancestor will you be? No, what kind of ancestor do you want to be? Do you want to be? As if the work had already begun, as if the future had fingers and was already touching the hem of my days. The question did not demand language right away. No. It rested between us, steady as something that knows it will outlive explanation. Something in the room widened its ribs. The air remembered wrists, palms, the small mathematics of care, as if we had always known how to measure without instruments, time by breath, love by what stayed behind me, or before me, rather. There were women who were fluent in precision without ever naming it. Women who counted by listening, who folded hours the way you fold bed sheets in your husband's trousers. Women who understood devotion as hands and heart, maybe even spirit, returning to the same work. Women who were not interested in legacy. Women who were occupied with continuity, keeping track of what must not be fumbled, remembering everyone else before remembering themselves. And ahead of me, after me, there are bodies I will never hold. Lives moving within the climate of my choices. They will not know my justifications. They will live inside my permissions. They will carry less or more, depending on what I decide does not need to cross time with them. This is what my sister gave me, not a question, but a mirror before me. What kind of ancestor do you want to be? I thought of how women are taught refinement, how to be poised, or how to be palatable as a form of disappearance, how restraint gets dressed up as goodness. I do not want to be remembered for how much weight I learned to tolerate. I want to be remembered for how I softened, for what I sat down once I realized my body was not a container meant to be overfilled. For the day rest stopped feeling like disobedience. For the moment I let my breath belong to me again. For choosing to live inside this house of bone and joy and heart and grief without apology. I want to be the ancestor who refused to turn urgency into some sort of scripture, who trusted softness as a form of intelligence, who believed quiet could be accurate and safe and mine. Somewhere ahead, someone will pause. And they'll pause sooner because I did. Someone will say no without rehearsal. Someone will take up time and not call it selfish. They may not know my name. They may not know the texture of my sister's voice, but their body will recognize ease as something familiar. Her question still catches me in the smallest moments. When I choose slowness, when I tell the truth without holding back, when I stay. What kind of ancestor do you want to be? Not Not what kind of ancestor will you be? No. What kind of ancestor do you want to be? Ashe.